Bonnie Blue claims that she broke the record of being with the most amount of men in one sitting. Thank God we can finally put this topic to rest. But what I want to focus on in this video is the backstabbing, the mental health crisis, and the loneliness that exists in this industry, and how Bonnie Blue just went down in history as the worst friend ever. Let me get everybody caught up and clear up any confusion. No, these are not the same people. The girl you're looking at right now, her name is Lily Phillips. The girl who just claims to have broken this record, her name is Bonnie Blue. But this girl, Lily Phillips, she recently came out with this announcement to the entire world where she said,
"I'm gonna be breaking the world record for being with 1,000 men in 24 hours.
And what's crazy is that the person who ended up sabotaging her the most wasn't Candace Owens, it wasn't people around the world who were criticizing this, it was the girl who was beside her the entire time. In no means am I saying that this was a good goal to have, it just shows this is the reason why you shouldn't shout your goals to the rooftop, and you should only tell them to people who are going to support you, not backstab you and take it from you. These two girls, Bonnie and Lily, decided to link up and be friends. They're both in their early 20s and they're both from the UK. They're both dumb blondes who think they can get away with anything, and they are also in this industry. And so some differences about them, even though it's hard to find, is that Bonnie Blue, her unique selling proposition is that she goes for guys who are ballet legal. And Lily Phillips, she is just prettier than Bonnie Blue. Basically, Bonnie Blue is a botched version of Lily Phillips. But to me, they are more similar than they are alike because they have been collaborating. Because I mean, what kinds of friends are you going to expect to have? The people that you are around are the people that you become. And so, of course, they make themselves feel better by participating in these things as a duo. Take a second to just look at this picture. Look at the way that they are looking at each other. I cannot imagine what Lily Phillips is thinking. It's probably something like, after everything that we have been through. So apparently these two girls have been feuding for some time because Bonnie Blue said something that Lily Phillips disagreed with. Let me show you what she disagreed with.
Makes you a better partner, because then you can come home, deal with your wife's whinging, you can get on with looking after the kids, and you can still do that part of your life, but you're just sneaking off elsewhere to get pleasured.
Oh, I don't like what you're saying
this is
at
for people.
all.
This is for
and
people.
You're a woman.
This is for people that aren't happy
wife.
necessarily.
It's like if they're going to work and doing a hard day's shift, they need to be treated. And if the women aren't doing that,
You just think women should service men, and it's all about like them being happy when they come home from work.
they should be listening to my advice now. Saying
Your
go home,
advice
put some
is
nice
so
underwear on.
ridiculous.
Are you guys going to kiss?
I can't believe the shit that is coming out of your mouth, honestly.
Oh man. I mean, just look at how lonely it must be. Where everywhere you go, people disagree with you. Everybody online disagrees with you. It seems like nobody likes you. And so you finally meet that one person who gets it. They've been through everything that you've been through. They deal with the same exact backlash and hate. They have the same daily routines exactly as you, and you think, okay, this person, I can collaborate with them. They can be my friend. I can trust them because they get it, right? And then just a few weeks later, you do exactly what that person said that they were going to do to stand out so that they could profit, so that they could get money. And you're like, nope, it's all for me. And that just clearly summarizes exactly what all of this is about. It's about me, 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 me. They don't care about the guys that show up to do their filming stuff. They only care about the money that they're gonna make from it. They don't care about the husbands who are actually cheating on their wives and destroying their families. They don't care because it's all about me, me, me. They don't care about their friends. It's all about me. I mean, these people can't even have a simple friendship. They can't even go on a simple podcast. That is what they face. And they continue to create and do the same mistakes over and over and over again. I mean, if they really think that it is worth it and they're getting some type of payment for the viewership and subscriptions, and yet their life sucks, they say, okay, I want this money, so I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but also their family life, everything is in shambles, and so they still continue to do things the same way. And they don't realize that you could have everything that you want in life. You can make as much money. All of your dreams come true. You can travel. You don't have to work a 9 to 5. You can be an entrepreneur. You can provide real value, real services to people, and it wouldn't have to be at your detriment. You can still have that monetary aspect, and you can also improve this. And so they don't want to, though. Insanity is doing the same things over and over again and somehow expecting a different result. So then they go on these podcasts and they're like, things should be different. People should be more accepting to this industry. It's the same thing as liberals crying to the rest of the world because they don't respect their pronouns, instead of just realizing, hey, I cannot change the rest of the world, but I can change myself. That's why I find it so ridiculous that Lily Phillips responded to what Bonnie Blue said, basically saying that women these days, they're lazy because they're not supporting their men or stuff like that. And I mean, girl, you hang out with her all the time. You're her friend. And so it's really hard for me to believe that you actually have differing opinions. So here we have her response to Bonnie Blue.
Gives us the name that we're only here to have with, and that's all we offer is. I think as well it's quite dangerous then for domestic abuse and stuff like that, because men then feel entitled to women's bodies. You know, if some girl watches that and is like, right, well, I need to be having sex with my partner, otherwise he's going to go cheat, then you're just having sex for his enjoyment because you feel like you have to do it. And personally, I think if you feel like you have to have sex with someone like that, feels like non-consensual to me.
She's saying this kind of stuff because her thing is to be like, oh yes, no, I just really love it and I don't do it for the money at all. So that in part is why she's saying that. It's not because she actually disagrees with Bonnie, because if you actually listen to what she said, she does agree with her, because what she is saying is that, oh, then it makes it seem like all that women can serve for is just doing it. And that's literally what she does. And so while she's trying to say, oh no, I disagree and I don't believe in that world, that's the world that she lives in, and those are the things that she does every single day. So then Bonnie Blue posted on Instagram saying that over 1,000 men in a day. Thank you to all the belly legal and belly breathing and the husbands. I mean, it's just so obnoxious. One comment that I saw that really sums it up is that this sets back women to like 1,000 years. Because while they believe that this is all in the name of empowerment, it actually depowers us. Because women, they have their power from not doing it. And when a woman does it with a guy, she loses all control. She loses all power. And I've even seen funny TikToks about this. It's like, oh, before they do it and the guy's like opening the door and all of this stuff. And then afterwards, and then the guy is he just completely ignores her. And so what these women are doing is not empowerment, and they're just kind of embarrassing themselves.
This is what my face looks like after taking 1,000 men less than 12 hours ago. I told you girls, taking fluids for moisturizer was good for your skin.
Wouldn't you want to look like me? Wouldn't you want to trade places with me? Don't you want to be in my life?
Was completely done. So it started off, I'll give you a bit of an overview. After to start with, it was just like the room was absolutely full. Then we did groups of 5, like one after the other of 5s. I wanted to give people more time, so then it went down to like one-on-ones, didn't it? So like one person would watch whilst I was with somebody, and then it would literally just be like a rotating circle like that.
These videos always kind of remind me of those cartoons where the parents would walk in and you see everybody except their head. Imagine your life being so insane that you go to Australia for an event that you're setting up and they deny you at the border. They're like, no, you literally cannot even come into our country. That is how bad it has gotten. And so, I mean, if entire countries reject Bonnie Blue from entering, and she's so used to everybody being pushed away and just being so lonely, obviously she's going to push away that one person who was similar to her. I just find it so funny that they are competing with each other, because it just shows that they are in such a big market that they actually don't have any dominance over. They haven't been able to differentiate themselves at all. They're literally 1 in a million of women who have an OF, who do stuff like this. There's nothing special about it. Please double, triple, quadruple check that you're subscribed. I'll see you next time. Bye.